When I sit down, I'm like already.
Yeah, the stuff they said was funny enough, but it's some of the love.
Feel like I'm back in church.
Nothing wrong with that. Did you know there's actually parts of the world where Jediism is actually considered a religion?
Thing that happened before recording started.
All right, Dean Fitz.
All right, folks, at this time, I'd like to call the May 4th, 2023 regular meeting of the common council, city planning to order. It's 5:03 p.m. Please rise and join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Carmen, will you please make the roll call?
Mayor Rosenfeld.
Here.
Counselor Bond. Here. Counselor Kelly.
Here.
Counselor Gibb. Here. Counselor Talon. Here. Counselor Bob. Counselor Moore.
Councilor Bob and Moore are excused this evening. All councilors have received a copy of the minutes of the April 20th, 2023 regular meeting. If there are no additions, deletions, or corrections, I'll now entertain a motion to accept the minutes as presented. Motion by Councilor Gibbs, second by Councilor Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. I'll now recognize those in the audience who wish to share their thoughts and concerns with the council on any topic. Please come to the podium to be acknowledged. When called upon, I do ask that you please state your legal name and address for the record. In accordance with the organizational rules of order, all speakers will be given 5 minutes to address the council. Come on, Mr.
Good afternoon, my name is Steve Brody, I live at 156 Beacon Street, but I'm here to address you as a merchant on Margaret Street. And give you, I don't know if you had like grass boots on the ground info and how things are going, but I just wanted to let you know that I found one, Andrew and Kelly, most receptive. I sent them a suggestion. And the suggestion basically said the signage was a little bit off because it gave you the feeling that North Margaret Street was closed. So I suggested a lane closed, and to my happiness, the very next day it was changed. And it was wonderful to see a quick response and that people cared. Second thing, we can talk about the contractors. The contractors that are working are really nice guys. They could all be Boy Scouts. They despoil the stereotype image of your contractor. They're helpful, they're polite, they're courteous, they're kind, and they're funny. So on Market Street, despite the fact that we got a banner from one end of the street to the other where I can't park a car, it's not. The staff and everybody are working very, very well. And I just want to say that everything's going very nicely at our end of the street. The next thing I want to mention quickly goes back to the meeting, the last meeting that the planners had before the markets up at the library. I think you were at that one, Mayor.
Yes.
The very last one.
Yes.
And Peter was there. Peter from
Yes.
Library Kitchen. Peter was frustrated and worried. What happened with me that I found interesting and made me wish I tried when I was here not to have a ferry department, but when I felt that I liked more than all the others, but honestly, I like the community development office. And I believe in the community development office. And I think our community development office is understaffed and needs to reach out. I think what Peter was trying to do was say, as the gentleman handed out his business card / flyer, was here. This was the gentleman from Anchor, right? And he was there trying to help business. And I often explained to the director of community development office that that's what the community development office in Blacksburg lacks a little bit, is the fact that it's there for people to go, but it's not reaching out. And I view myself as a community development success. The director of community development came to me 40 years ago, roughly. He assisted me with filling out the paperwork and getting the grant from all through the city to build an apartment house. Indirectly, because of that, the apartments have grown to 33 apartments. The one small business has grown to 5 businesses, all located in the city of Plattsburgh. The staff went from a staff of 2 to a staff of 22, all through the direct results, indirect results, if you will, of the community development office in the very beginning. And I just would like to say, if the city ever has money extra, that the community development office should and receive more money, more funding and more staff to reach out to create growth. If you want growth, it's through the community development. And there are great people there. Matter of fact, when I couldn't find the email address to contact Andrew, I called my community development office and they direct me where to find the right link. And I just believe it. And I think that department is understaffed. I mean, when I see the director out checking parking meters or the meter stacks, I'm saying, no, this man is a valuable asset. He is great. He does a good job. He shouldn't be playing with parking meters. He shouldn't be walking down on the side of the riverbank pulling up mulch that's been blown away from a previous job. But he cares and he's a good director. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Anyone else would like to address the council on any topic? Do you want to come in? Okay, yeah, cool. We'll now go on to committee reports. Each standing committee is chaired by a counselor, and now call upon the chairperson of each committee, starting with the operations council, Talon.
Our meeting is next Monday.
Great. Finance and economic development, community development, our meeting 2 is next Thursday. We have a fairly light agenda, but we will go into executive session to talk about the pending issues with properties. City infrastructure council, Kelly.
Our last meeting was Monday, and we moved 3 items to the agenda tonight.
Thanks, sir. The public safety councilor Bob is absent, but again, we have a meeting coming last Monday of the month, third Monday of the month. What's the date? 15th? We'll now move on to liaison reports. Fletcher Public Library, Councilor Moore is not here. MLD council reviews.
No updates.
Climate Smart Task Force councilors Gibbs, Board, Councilor Town.
Okay, so we had our organics meeting last night. We've been collaborating with Dr. Kurt Burbage's students, and we are finally going to be moving forward with the remainder of our food audit, so we can be in compliance with the grant, and we're hoping to have that completed by the first week of June. And the SUNY students have been working with us on how to create a comprehensive organics management plan. So I'll keep council and Rochelle, of course, will keep you updated there on what is being done so far. And they've been wonderful to work with. They've been an incredible asset.
Thank you. Yeah, Councilor.
I just want to, first of all, say thank you to everybody who attended the Earth Day Festival and participated in our cleanup. I think we did a pretty good job cleaning up the city, and we should probably do a little bit more than once a year, but we can talk about that another time. There's going to be an event this Saturday at the Plattsburgh Public Library at 2:00 regarding native plant species. So that's something that the Climate Task Force is working on. And also there is going to be a Zoom meeting on May 16th at 12 p.m. for engaging your community in climate action, hosted by Carly Leary from the Smart Communities coordinator from the Adirondack North Country Association, and Michelle Armstrong from the Climate Task Force. Mayor, do you have this?
I do.
Okay. And we also have 2 appointments on the agenda tonight for the Climate Smart Task Force.
Thank you. Mr. Miller, anything? No, sir. We do have a special committee report. The Climate Smart Task Force has submitted a comprehensive update on progress being made towards certification, as well as any initiatives that are being done interdepartmental and any media that's going to be sent out from that committee. That was submitted today and will be entered into the record as official correspondence. I will note and report that the payrolls approved by council for the various departments in the for the weeks ending April 26, 2023 in the amount of $5,041.65 and May 3rd, 2023 in the amount of $575,331.44. I'll also report that the council approved the bill audited for the weeks ending April 28th, 2023 in the amount of $2,819,216.55 and May 5th, 2023, in the amount of $1,228,601.15. Before voting on the following resolutions, I'll note that the majority of these resolutions have been thoroughly discussed by the appropriate committees and the department heads. We're now taking action on these items in large part due to the recommendation of those committees. Ms. Carlin, please read the title of the resolution to be acted.
Item 7.96, revising capital project H5110.96, 2023 street resurfacing.
Motion. Counselor Gibbs, second Counselor Kelly, discussion.
Yes, can I get a explanation of the expenditure on this?
This is the annual road resurfacing plan. We put it out every year. We update it every year. It does, it's based primarily on demand and need, considering the overall condition of these roads on this list. As with every year, there's additional roads that are sometimes added to the end based on capacity or availability of our staff. Funding for these road projects comes through CHIPS.
Thank you.
Any further discussion? Roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Kelly,
Yeah.
Counselor Gibbs,
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Done.
Carried.
Item
I
7.97.
got thrown off. Sorry, I'm missing two votes, but I got a little.
Revising capital project H5110.86, 2022 street resurfacing two.
Motion, Counselor Gibbs, second. Counselor Kelly, discussion. Roll call.
Counselor Bond.
Yeah.
Counselor Kelly,
Yeah.
Counselor Gibbs,
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Carried.
Item 7.98, authorized bid award recommendation for contract WRRF 2023-03 sodium thiosulfate for the WRRF.
Motion by Counselor Talon, second by Counselor Gibbs, discussion. Roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Kelly,
Yes.
Counselor Gibbs,
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Carried.
Item 7.99, approval of contract service agreement for YMCA Plattsburgh.
Motion. Counselor Talon, second. Counselor Kelly, discussion.
Whoops, sorry. I have some things I'd like to discuss about this. I support it. I want to make that really clear. Guess what's bothering me is that this agreement is going to cap enrollment, so it's a first come, first serve. I would like to see an updated agreement or resolution that doesn't cap it. And I feel that way because this is an opportunity to offer youth sports for 12 and under. I understand this, where the money is coming from. But to be really honest, a few extra $100 so that 12 and under children can participate in some of these sports is not giving me any heartburn as an expenditure. And I would like to see an updated agreement come back that would allow for more children, or some kind of calculation to figure out, I know it's being based on a certain number of people enrolled, as city children enrolled. But I would like to see an updated agreement where we can open up for more enrollment.
Yeah, and
I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
yeah, so let me just explain the rationale behind this particular number. When we looked, when we first started having this conversation and looking at the current enrollment, it looked like, there's about $27,000 expended or in registration fees. We certainly felt that raising that by the $8,000 or so that we added would cover any additional registrations, given the idea that it would be free or something like that.
Right.
Right, and so we felt that the 35,000 was a good number, that we would get the majority of those students or those kids that would register in excess of what's already there. If it pleases the council, I would say, let's start with this number. And as registrations come in and we start to meet that threshold, we come back and we say, okay, we're flexible with increasing that. We've got some contingency funding, we've got some savings from the from changes in rec complex. I would say let's start with this, but of course, we can come back and make some adjustments as we see, increased registration beyond this amount.
Then, so will that require change in the language because it says not to exceed 35,000? Can we amend the language where it states, all children who want to enroll will be covered? And yeah, I guess I'm looking for a firm commitment in terms of the legal language, because I really feel strongly that we're going to subsidize this. We should not be put in a position, no one should be put in a position where children are going to get turned away.
Understand?
And I would like more specific firm language to that effect.
That's what gives, one thing about that is that the Y can only handle so many enrollees in any given year. And I think they told us that this is the amount they can take this year. If that changes, I would agree with you wholeheartedly. Let's see if we can bump that up. Also, this is coming from a contingency fund, as I understand. The mayor's contingency fund. By next year, by August or July 31st, 2024, I believe our savings from the demolition of the Creek Center will be such that we will have plenty of funds for recreation. So that would be a good time to revisit that. But I think this is a very good place to start.
Well, I agree. I would like to see more specific and firm language. I agree with this. I just don't want to see children turned away. So
If it pleases the council. If it pleases the council, how about we put a marker at 35,000? Not to say it's a cap, but a report back to council to ask for more money for this contract.
I agree with that.
In terms of changing the resolution language, I would just say for the contract amount piece, just strike the not to exceed. And then as we start to develop the contract language, we build that revisit back to council. So I take a motion to amend the resolution to strike the not to exceed language at 35,000. So it's a seed of 35,000. And then we'll come back to council for more money if needed.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Councilor Gibbs, second by Councilor Kelly. All in favor for the motion to amend the resolution?
Aye.
Any opposed? That carries. And we're gonna call the question on the amended resolution. So all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for your questions too, Councilor Gibbs. That was very helpful.
Item 7.100, authorized budget adjustments, general and rec complex fund for increase in gym contract services.
Motion by Councilor Gibbs, second. Councilor Bond, discussion. Roll call.
Counselor Bond.
Yes.
Counselor Kelly.
Yes.
Counselor Gibbs.
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Carried.
Item 7.101, mayoral appointments, Climate Smart Task Force.
Motion by Councilor Gibbs, second by Councilor Talon. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried.
Item 7.102, mayoral appointment, deputy city chamberlain.
Motion by Councilor Gibbs, second by Councilor Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. There's no need to go into executive session tonight. Is there any new business to come before the council?
I have a question.
Yep.
And ask it during the appointment portion of our meetings, so I'll ask it now. I thought we already had a deputy city chamberlain. I didn't realize
Yep.
that there was a vacancy. When did that vacancy occur?
In January.
In January.
That was all my question.
Thank you. Any new business, any more new business come for us, council? Seeing none, I'll take a motion to adjourn. Councilor Gibbs, second by Councilor Bond. Thanks, folks.